Commanders fans, welcome back to the channel. Let me start with this. Our team is constantly looking for ways to get better. From the coaching staff to the players grinding on the practice field, the Washington Commanders are determined to refine every detail so we can deliver the kind of results this fan base deserves. And Sunday's performance against the Raiders proved just how resilient this group is, even in the face of adversity. If you're proud of the fight this team is showing, go ahead and smash that like button right now. It helps us reach more Commanders fans, and it shows the NFL world that this fan base is as passionate as they come. Now, let's get to the big story of the week. Franchise quarterback Jayden Daniels missed the first game of his NFL career this past Sunday with a knee sprain, and while Washington still came away with a statement 41-24 win over the Raiders, fans everywhere had just one thing on their minds. When is Jayden coming back? On Monday, head coach Dan Quinn provided a crucial update. Daniels is still considered day-to-day with the knee sprain he suffered back in Week 2 against the Green Bay Packers. There isn't a clear timetable for his return yet, and that uncertainty has Commanders Nation holding its breath. But here's the important part. The team is not rushing him back. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, Washington feels comfortable letting Daniels heal properly thanks to the way Marcus Mariota stepped in on Sunday. And honestly, that's exactly the right call. Think about what Daniels means to this franchise. This isn't just a quarterback. This is the face of the future. This is the guy who set the league on fire as a rookie, won AP Offensive Rookie of the Year, and made the Pro Bowl in his very first season. In 2024, he threw for over 3,500 yards, 25 touchdowns, and added nearly 900 yards on the ground with 6 more scores. That's rare air. That's franchise quarterback territory. And even in just 2 games this year before the injury, Daniels looked sharp. He threw for 433 yards, 3 touchdowns, and this is huge, no interceptions. He was protecting the football, showing growth, and proving that his rookie season wasn't a fluke. So, yes, the Commanders need him healthy, but they also need him smart. Bringing him back too soon could put the entire season in jeopardy. Dan Quinn knows it, Adam Peters knows it, and as fans, we should want the same thing. Jayden at 100% for the long haul. Now, let's give credit where it's due. Marcus Mariota answered the call in Week 3, and he answered it in a big way. Against the Raiders, he threw for 207 yards, added 40 on the ground, and accounted for 2 total touchdowns. That's efficiency. That's leadership. And most importantly, that's exactly what you need from a veteran backup quarterback. This is why the Commanders brought Mariota in. He's not just here to hold a clipboard, he's here to keep this offense afloat if anything happens to Daniels. And the fact that he stepped in, managed the game, and helped the Commanders drop 41 points on a Raiders defense that had been stout all season, that says a lot about the trust this coaching staff has in him, and it says a lot about the resilience of this roster. And let's not forget, Mariota isn't just a game manager. He's a former number 2 overall pick. He has experience. He knows how to lead. And if Daniels does miss another week, say against the Atlanta Falcons, Washington fans can feel confident that the offense is still in good hands. But while the quarterback position has been the main storyline, there's another big piece of news Commanders fans need to know. Washington is signing Darnell Savage after his visit to Ashburn on Monday. This move comes at the perfect time. The Commanders just lost starting safety Will Harris to a broken fibula, a devastating blow for a defense that has already been stretched thin by injuries. Harris had been one of the vocal leaders on the back end, so the team needed to act quickly. And they did. Savage, for those who might not know, is no scrub. He's a former first-round pick out of Maryland, and yes, he's coming home. Drafted by the Green Bay Packers back in 2019, Savage started a ton of games for them, even playing under the bright lights of the postseason. His career numbers include multiple interceptions, big hits, and the kind of range that can change a defense's dynamic. After his rookie contract, he played out a 5th-year option worth nearly $8 million, then signed a 3-year, $21 million deal with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Things didn't pan out in Jacksonville. He was released just last week after appearing in 2 games, but sometimes a change of scenery is exactly what a player needs. And for Washington, this is about filling a hole immediately. Savage is only 28 years old, still in his prime, and motivated to prove he belongs. Adding him to Joe Witt Jr.'s defense gives the Commanders another experienced playmaker in the secondary, and with big games coming up, that depth could make all the difference. When you step back and look at the bigger picture, this is exactly how a serious football operation runs. On offense, you protect your franchise quarterback at all costs. Don't rush Jayden Daniels back, especially when you've got a capable veteran like Mariota keeping the offense moving. That shows long-term vision. On defense, you lose a starter to injury, you don't sit around hoping for the best. You go out and add a player with real pedigree, like Darnell Savage, who can step in and help immediately. That shows urgency. And these are the kind of decisions that separate playoff teams from pretenders. It's about resilience, it's about depth, and it's about making sure that when adversity strikes, the Commanders are ready to respond. If Daniels is ready, fantastic. If not, Mariota will get another start, and it just so happens to come against his former team. How's that for a storyline? Mariota versus the Falcons could be a fun one to watch, and you can bet he'll be motivated to put on a show. Meanwhile, keep an eye on Darnell Savage. Will he be ready to contribute right away? How will Joe Witt Jr. use him? Could we see him alongside Jeremy Chin and Quan Martin in some creative sub-packages? There's a lot of intrigue here, and it's going to be fascinating to see how quickly he integrates into the defense. Week 3 was exactly the kind of bounce-back performance that fans were hoping for. Washington had dealt with some injury setbacks early in the year, nothing unusual in this league, but frustrating nonetheless. Facing the Las Vegas Raiders, the Commanders controlled the tempo from start to finish. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement win. The offense looked sharp, the defense brought the energy, and the team played with the kind of urgency Dan Quinn has been preaching since day one. But while the scoreboard showed dominance, something more important happened beneath the surface. Opportunity opened the door for Luke McCaffrey. With Noah Brown sidelined and Terry McLaurin forced out late with a quad issue, offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury needed someone to step up. And McCaffrey answered the call.
Let's be honest, heading into the season, McCaffrey wasn't exactly high on the depth chart. The buzz was all about the proven stars like McLaurin and Deebo Samuel Sr., and about rookies like Jalen Lane trying to find their footing. McCaffrey was more of an afterthought, a player many figured might only see limited action on special teams. But football has a funny way of rewarding persistence, and in Week 3, McCaffrey's persistence paid off. He caught all 3 of his targets for 56 yards. But it wasn't just about the stats. It was about how he did it. Crisp routes, strong hands, and confidence. His final catch? A beauty that he turned into a touchdown, putting the exclamation point on Washington's win. To top it off, he added a 25-yard kick return, flashing the versatility that every coaching staff dreams about. And here's the kicker. McCaffrey has yet to drop a pass this season. 4 targets, 4 catches. That reliability speaks volumes in an offense that needs depth and trustworthy hands. Earning the locker room's respect. Stats are one thing, but respect in the locker room is another. And you could see just how much McCaffrey is valued by the reaction of his teammates. After his touchdown, Deebo Samuel Sr. himself sprinted down the sideline to celebrate with him. That's not just a routine, nice play pat on the back. That's a veteran star saying, "We see you, you belong here." It's clear McCaffrey has earned the admiration of his teammates. He's known as a grinder, a player who puts in the work day after day, even when the spotlight isn't on him. And now, with this opportunity, he's showing why that work matters. What this means for the Commanders' offense. Here's where things get really interesting. The Commanders already boast 2 top-tier weapons in McLaurin and Samuel. Add in Brown when he's healthy, plus the speed and upside of rookie Jalen Lane, and you've got a diverse receiving core. But with Brown's health concerns and Lane still in development, McCaffrey could become that sneaky X factor that defenses just don't see coming. Cliff Kingsbury loves versatility. He's a play caller who thrives on mismatches, and if McCaffrey continues to deliver, don't be surprised if Kingsbury starts dialing up specific packages for him. Jet sweeps, slot routes, maybe even gadget plays that capitalize on his IQ. Remember, this is a player who converted from quarterback to wide receiver in college. He understands offensive concepts differently than most receivers. That's an edge you just can't teach. For Jayden Daniels, who's already dealing with the ups and downs of leading this team as a young quarterback, having another reliable target could be huge. Daniels has his security blankets in McLaurin and Samuel, but the more options he trusts, the more dangerous this offense becomes.
Defenses can't double McLaurin on every play if McCaffrey is making them pay underneath. They can't focus solely on Samuel's versatility if a third or fourth option is consistently moving the chains. And when you combine that with Washington's strong running attack, this offense starts to look like a complete, balanced unit. So the big question is this: was Week 3 just a glimpse or the start of something bigger? McCaffrey isn't going to leapfrog McLaurin or Samuel. That's not realistic, nor should it be expected. But football seasons are long. Injuries happen, matchups shift. And teams that succeed are often the ones who find production from unexpected places. McCaffrey is positioning himself as that unexpected weapon. And if this becomes the new normal, the Commanders' offense is going to be even more dangerous than fans imagined heading into the season. Commanders fans, what we saw in Week 3 wasn't just a routine blowout win. It was a glimpse into the depth and resilience of this roster. And Luke McCaffrey, a player many might have overlooked, showed that he's ready to be more than just a depth piece. He's proving that when his number is called, he delivers. Commanders fans, here's the bottom line. This team is facing challenges, no doubt about it. Jayden Daniels' knee injury is a scare, Will Harris going down is tough, and yet this team keeps moving forward. They keep finding solutions. They keep showing us that the culture Dan Quinn is building is built on resilience, toughness, and belief. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think the team is making the right decision by not rushing Daniels back? And what's your reaction to the Darnell Savage signing? Can he be the piece that stabilizes the secondary after Harris's injury? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this fan base is what makes Commanders HQ so special. And once again, if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to smash that like button and make sure you subscribe so you never miss an update on your Washington Commanders. Until next time, stay proud, stay passionate, and as always, hail to the Commanders.